Some candidate asked me whether launching a new EOI under NIV, National Innovation Program, would be considered a good choice, and whether it would affect their previous EOI and launched under Global Talent Program. So first of all, if you not receive your invitation and lodge your visa application under the Global Talent visa, you won't have a chance anyway under the Global Talent Program because the government is not going to process it. Of course, some of you argue that why they're not going to process it, well, they're supposed to be processes. You must understand this is not written in law. They do not have obligation to process it, and you did not pay for it. Therefore, you cannot ask refund, and therefore you cannot ask them if they refuse to, or if you're just simply not telling you whether they want to do it or not. So this is really a matter of the government decision. Now you can really argue that's terribly decision, that they don't know what they're doing. Yes, that's pretty much wrong what they're doing now. But we just need to accept the fact because you apply Australia permanent residency and you're applying through their system and they have final say what they want to do. They have final say whether they invite you, they not invite you, and they're not going to do anything about it. Now, we have two circumstances. Three circumstances. One, you launched the EOI, Global Talent Program, a while ago, I don't care when, but you never received feedback, right? So what are you going to do? Would you want to submit a National Innovation Visa? It is encouraged. You do it. A new EOI under National Innovation Visa. Now your question will be, what is the point? The point is the focus is different now. So if you launch the EOI application under the Global Talent Program, you should consider launching a new EOI under National Innovation Visa. Why I advise you should? Because you did have intent, which is strong intent, to launch EOI under the Global Talent Program, and your intent is still existing. So you should just proceed under the new platform, isn't it? Now, the question will be, can I just submit the exact same thing to the new program? Of course not. And then that was the reason why you did not receive feedback, because you thought you just submitted like everybody else. No, that's a new program. That's new requirement. That's new space for you to upload. And you can't even provide further documents after the submission. So your submission is critical. It's good. I always said this, the less you provide, the better. So this doesn't mean that you throw stuff like CV and qualification down. That's considered of stupidity. The department asking you, they're going to give you an invitation. You ask the government to give you a permanent visa, and then you say, check about linking, how on earth is that? You don't even show your level of sincerity. You don't want them to you don't want someone to consider you, right? But on the other hand, if you provide too much information, it doesn't stand out. Even they are holding a very senior position, I perceive them as not very senior because they emphasize too much information on too details. It is a human perception. We're gonna need to argue with that. If you provide some information there and you're actually misleading someone, misleading decision maker, to pay attention to specific information. You're not needing someone to pay attention to very important information. Instead, you're needing them to pay attention to something that is not relevant. So you only provide information which highly relevant. So our value for people ask me about why you're doing that, I can do it myself. And I think we have been proven by the time we're still sitting here and doing processing applications. It is I constantly make decision to do less than more. So I make sure this is a visa called Golden Visa with Purpose. It has a very specific purpose where I lay down were considered to be which sectors to be priorities and with a purpose. And the purpose, I can tell you that it's changing. Alright, so current purpose is really straightforward. Oh well, go to state. Oh well, we want three sectors, critical technologies, my energies, and we want someone with biotech. Well, things like that, right? That is the purpose what they're claiming. So because the purpose can change, well, I think everything is changing. Everybody is changing. The universe is in expansion and we are in expansion. So why do you think we live in the past? We are not. We live in present. So the purpose will change. The government was set using a ministerial direction to give new purposes. So we just need to check out the ministerial direction. Now, because it's golden visa of the purpose, the you present information has to be gold, not silver. It doesn't mean that if you provide so information about silver, it just have different price. You only have different such room, space to upload documents. And the documents you provide must be gold. Not, the value must be a golden value. It's not a silver value, it's just different. So I sometimes mention this in very straightforward terms. Like CV. I cannot see a CV is lasting for more than 3 pages simply because no one actually have patience to read your second page at all. Anyway, right? So it really doesn't matter how many pages that you won't force anybody to read. You have 10 pages of CV. Nobody gonna read it. So it doesn't matter. So if you have a limited space to upload documents, I encourage them no more than 10. Then why would you waste your opportunity to put 5-6 pages documents and upload there. Because if you put 5 or 6 pages of CVs, then you have no other space to provide your awards, to express yourself, to state yourself, to provide a statement. You don't have any other space for that. So it's really, really important just to focus. I think no more than 10. Focus your documents, a passport of course, and your qualification, that you should provide no more than 10 type of documents to the department under the EOI form. Now you have to have this kind of focus. And then before you make any decision what to put, you then say, if I only have the opportunity to provide 10 documents, what am I going to do? What can I need to tell the department? So important of you provide information that it's only with this type of value. And then what you mentioned, what is the difference of between what I'm able to tell in very short amount of time and very short amount of space. And then why our understanding of this and being consistent in doing that. A lot of people still ask me why we are successful in Global Talent Program. Why we have so many families get permanent visa under the Global Talent Program. And then apparently we probably didn't do much what they consider. Okay. In terms of the documents they provide, I think. But they did not consider it's not about the decision I make to be less and powerful. So if you can provide something, let's say a lot of documents to prove that you're a powerful person, and then why can't you provide less documents to show you're powerful? The questions now with the case officer is that probably you're not that powerful as yet. Alright? I'm not saying you're not powerful now. I'm saying probably they'll make assumption that you're not powerful as yet. So they make decision on that. And it's fine because you can argue with that. You make mistake, I'm going to argue with that and I'm going to provide something else. Absolutely fine. So you can submit a second EOI if you have further information. And that's fine too. It's not illegal to do that. And it's free. But why would you do the second time if your first time's intention and mind is actually the same? If your intention and mind of 2 times are actually the same, you get the same result. It's called seed of insanity. If you want to receive different result, you need to have a different submission, different mindset, different positioning, and different strategy. We did actually quite a few times successfully under the new Global Talent Program. Gets different results with the same people, same condition. Of course, you will argue that we present differently. And why was that? Because we saw things that they did not see. And then why that's a reason they approach us. Now, I am not really saying you have to approach me because we're not taking everyone. This video is for information purpose. It's there for free, distribute in YouTube, and I'm happy to share information and insight from my applications. Because we cannot lodge 4,000 applications ourselves. I guess a lot of candidates will consider that submitting themselves is absolutely fine. Our system is there, it's free, and it's nothing that prevents you to do so. But the thing I want to advise is I don't want people make mistakes on missing the opportunity because this is golden opportunity now. The state government probably likely they publish requirement end of this month or the beginning of next month. All right. So we're likely to have this information probably after the New Year's, Chinese New Year's. Now, that is the question of how long they're going to process one application, how regular they are, how many possible ways they can actually process application for each state, and which state will going to participate with the state nomination. I can guarantee you they take time. 5 months, it's just minimum. It's not easy for people to just make a policy and then go through the process of government when they make a decision on different level of government. Because when state government make a decision, they have to also ask approval for federal government, right? Previously, you approach federal government as a processing team. It's called delegate. They can make decision or no. But for state government, it's not. You have different level of people, case managers, project managers, commissioner, and then they have to go approach who? A president. Then they approach who? Federal government, right? Home affairs. So there's quite a few levels. They're not going to make decision fast. They're going to make decision really slow. So this is a golden opportunity. If your EOI still sitting in GTI Global Talent, and I feel that people feel angry about that and I just waste a golden time. We have a lot already in national innovation, quite a lot since of 6th of December last year, right? So I don't understand why people sitting there just hoping this miracle is coming. It is not. Well, you're gonna say, well, tell me, prove me what you're saying right. Oh wow, why do I need to prove you? Even the time I asked people to lodge a visa application before even we didn't have invitation. I said, just do this thing, that's my advice. And they asked me, well, prove me, prove me, alright. When I prove you, that's a result. When I prove you that something existing, and why you did not, nobody advised you to do so. Why you did not your visa application prior to 6th December? Why was that? Especially, I mean, with someone who's lodged your application already, and then I'm waiting in the system, and they have a really good profile. I'm saying that. If you don't believe that you're eligible, right? Not just because when the time you lodge, you thought, oh my God, it's just bad luck. Well, I didn't know. Oh, well, yeah, I was just submitting. So for the sake of submitting, I heard someone got it easily, so I'm just doing that. Whatever you heard from someone doing easily, they probably contract me to do so. And they didn't do much because that's why they pay us, isn't it? Because we did the most. So it's not what you hear say, heard from someone else, only you experienced to be considered truth. No worries with that. Now, we have heard quite a lot of candidates approaching us saying, if you do not receive state nomination, or if you can't get state nomination for me, you're not going to proceed with that. Absolutely fine not proceeding with that because we have limit invitations anyway. Okay, no problem. We have more applications lodged. The government received more applications lodged, they can actually get invited. So it's okay if you make a decision not proceed as a professional because you heard only state nominates the candidate will receive it, someone else, everybody else will not. You heard that your chance is less. You have intention, but you're not going to try because you heard you're not going to receive invitation and then you're not going to want to compete with someone else who's apparently better than you. So that's fine. That's I'm not going to consider and ask everyone to lodge because it's going to crash if everybody consider and just for the sake of trying. No, they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't. So you'll make decision. Simply believe that you have a chance there. You have confidence that you are eligible. All right. Don't do it if you not feel confident. It's just massive waste to be in the system, especially free. And then that's the cost of the taxpayer to process so many applications in so much short of time. So don't proceed with that. Now, so we have heard professionals saying that same thing as well. Saying that perhaps they shouldn't try that at all, and that's not much work that or here and there. I'll tell you what, even the time department they announced 15,000 for allocations, they only managed to invite about 8,000. That's not, well, which means not many people applied, right? So when we had 5,000 allocations, we still have lots of invitation. That's very good. We had less allocations, yes, sure. And immigration, it's not easy, sure, 100%. And so all of these are true. But for the sake of practice, where professional advise candidates, you should not perceive that. And they believe that's more allocation to any other programs. That is not truth because we need to consider a proportionate of candidates who are eligible for this program. A proportion of candidates who are eligible for any other program, like skill migration, like work visas, right? Proportion of that's what's going on there. So if you're merely looking at, we don't have allocation, we should apply. Let me tell you, when we had 300 allocations for distinguished talent visa, I still successfully applied quite a lot of them got permanent visa under distinct talent visa because nobody looked at that. Nobody even knew there was a program called distinct talent visa. Nobody knew the distinct talent visa is called subclass A5A 124. Overseas that 124 subclass. Not many petitioners had experience in distinct talent visa at all because they merely check the numbers, say up by 300. That's not my work for me to do. For petitioners working in these areas. Although we have a lot of work visas, but how many of you are able to secure jobs or secure candidates or secure workers for employers? Not many. Merely of passively waiting there. So I think it's a question of how you make decision on how you navigate really. A lot of information may appear on the surface conflicting. I self do not see this conflicting. It is true, and a lot of petitioners say so. It is true that Australian immigration is really harsh now. It is 100% true that Australian government is going to crack down immigration. It is also true Australia needs skilled migrants. It is also true the government wanted to design a program that's working. That it is also true lots of programs out there it's not working. And it has not been working and it's being abused by a certain amount of groups who are getting the mass interest. It is also true that I have no say about this. That I don't want to comment on it. It's not my obligation to tell the department which groups that are actually abusing the whole system because it's their job. But I want to advocate this, that my job and everybody's work is via visa applicants and you're hearing this. And if you believe that you're eligible and you're confident about that. Now, if you have doubt of that or you're saying you're not eligible, don't. Because your thoughts actually create a result. If you already said you failed, you should not try. Why would you waste your effort and time to doing something that's going to fail anyway? If you believe you're going to fail, don't try because it's 100% you're going to waste your time and energy or anything. Even wasting your time by watching this video, you should have done better, right? But if you have confidence in yourself, that you believe that you are the person and you do not look at legislation, you do not look at, because whatever we look at with two elements here, your past experience, your decision are making by past experience, not future. Because most people cannot see the future. They all see a world is static, not moving. So they make decisions based on someone's past experience. Based on your own past experience, that may be false. And most of the time it's false because it's gone. We don't have a past, we only have a present. When you're watching this video and you're puzzled what you're going to do, I want you to just listen to your heart. What your desire matters. When you can't attract the video, there's a reason for that. Not everybody got to see my YouTube because I'm not influencer. I don't have a lot of followers. We are not helping everybody, just can't. The way I do, probably in the future, I'm really wanting to. I wanted to have a lot of people, but it's the algorithm they design which prohibit me candidate to access my information if they did not intentionally search my information. It's going to be really hard. But in the same other social media as well, if your candidate is not intentionally searching my content, they were never going to find out it's embedded. There is a lot of content and I don't know what's going on with that, and these contents may create anxiety and stress and then not useful. So if you want to find information, just a thumb rule that you need to set intent what you are going to find. It can be a fantastic tool to find TikTok, YouTube. It is a fantastic learning platform, but you need to set intent. If you don't set intent, they will set intent for you. They will recommend something you don't need, and then you make you falsely believe that you want. Now come to my point of submitting this or submitting that, and then assume that you have other things that matter. If you submit your EOI application already under Global Talent Program, you had intent at the time. All right. You now need to understand yourself. Do you have intent now? It is really, really important to answer this question, because if your intent no longer exists, then don't. Because you're going to see it out. You're going to be saying, oh my God, nobody cares about me. Why the government's doing this? Why Australia immigration is so tough? Why are they doing that? You complain. Instead of take a grace what they're doing, provide opportunity for everybody, you start to blame people. Right? You start people, oh, they wasting my time. Lots of blame. I heard a lot of you talking about that. If you're setting times and then you still have a desire, and third, come to the question of you think you're confident, that you think the Australian government needs you. You think this program is designed for you. You think the reason not working because people who got permanent visa did not enter Australia at all and did not start to pay tax. And you think that you're better off, like you're obviously going to contribute. You're not just merely say it. You're going to come and you're going to make Australia your home. Then you believe that what puts you off? I've asked questions. A lot of people asked me 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and then when I asked them, hey, you got a permanent visa already? And they said, no, I haven't started yet. So my question to you, and if this is the case, I said, make sure you make a decision. And I don't want to persuade you. We are not going to accept you this time if you're not ready. Just move on. Okay. So my question to them is, what put you off to procrastinate? Not just this matter, but something else in your life, because you can't move forward. That thing stuck in your life. You can be very successful, but you're still stuck in your life of not able to grow because of procrastination. And I think we really need to understand that lots of things prevent us to do. It's our past experience. And then negative information we receive all over the world, and then saying this is not good time, that you're not good enough, someone else better than you, and that you can't do it yourself. Negative experience, negative things, negative information being presented to you all the time. All negativity attracts everything happening in news and everything that you heard from promoting someone who's considered to be hero. Then you look upon them. You say, I'm not them, and they did a great job, and I'm just nobody, and I don't think I'm worthy, then I don't think I'm eligible. They have big word in the past called global talent. Now they have another big word called national innovation, and I'm going to be like that. So because of the high experience and the false information being presented to you, and then if you're not making a decision to watch TV, to watch video today, you're going to receive information someone present to you. You didn't make a choice. Someone make a choice for you. That's called algorithm. And figure out that's the best way for you. You be fed for that information daily and day out. You watch Facebook and then read information and everything that present to you and consider to be not helping at all. So come to the same question again. If you lodge the EOI under Global Talent Visa, you had an intent, now you still have an intent and desire, and then you believe they contribute to Australia, submit the National Innovation Visa, EOI. Don't worry, state government. People ask you, oh my God, state government not going to just merely give that state nomination, but you cannot prove that you're going to create jobs for them. And let me ask you, are you willing to? If you are willing, you can approach us, I can help you, but are you willing? This is the amount. It things like you need to invest. Now, it's not merely says, oh, I want to invest how much. No, it's not how much. It's about you need to show you did it in the past. And they don't need your money, right? It's not your money. It's really whether you did in the past. If you're not an investor or entrepreneur in the past, and then, you're merely a professional. So it's just they won't prioritize someone. Again, right? You ask for state government to do something, they're going to justify why they are doing it. They need to justify that. Different authorities, they have different kind of requirement. But for state government, a simple question for them, what benefits you're going to bring us and put on the table. And I need to tell me that you did that in the past. You not just merely say it, right? Show me you did in the past. They want to create jobs. So it's not going to create job 1, 2, 3, probably more than 10. And that it's not small business. Right? So I'm not saying that nobody will go into eligible. Well, I actually urge you to contact me if you're a VC, right? Also investors. Even you're working portfolio manager, just approach me. But if you're not a professional, so don't be discouraged by the form. So lots of people discouraged by the form. Don't be discouraged by someone said you're not good enough. Don't be discouraged by the information you read online. And that's even immigration's website tell you how much information they provide is so wrong. Absolutely wrong. And can prove the evidence if you talk to me. Alright, so probably next time I will do that. I will screenshot that. How much information they provide contradicted. Okay, don't rely on that. Focus on your own heart. Follow that. For that sitting quiet time and then just go through and then do you want to give up? If you say yes, no, don't even search. You're not watching this if you already gave up.